Hi everyone, we're back again with Facebook Live. I'm here today because I wanted to share something that actually popped up for us in Startup in 60. So Startup in 60 is a group program that I run for creative entrepreneurs who are ready to finally start their own businesses, whether they've got 60 days, 60 minutes, or 60 seconds. So we just finished up week 1 of 9. And last week during our group call, we had a question come in that was so good, I thought I had to share it with all of you here on Facebook Live. It was too good to just keep within Startup in 60. And I really wanted to show you some of the in-depth things that we talk about during the program. Okay, so one of the participants wrote in for our live call. You can always send in your questions ahead of time. And she was saying she was having a big problem with her emails. Oh no, not emails. I know I think we all have some issues with emails, answering them efficiently. And her problem is that she was spending a good chunk of her day answering emails when she should have been doing her creative work or working on self-care or something of more value. But all she was doing was answering emails. And the biggest problem was it was the same emails, like over and over and over again. She was repeating herself. People were asking her the same things, which makes sense because she's good at what she does. So of course she's going to get the same questions over and over again because people want to know the same things from her. So she asked me, how can she be more efficient in answering her emails so her email time doesn't like grow and take up the entire workday? Okay, so today I wanted to share my answer that I gave her during Startup in 60. I'm going to give you 4 tips for answering emails more efficiently, because none of us want to be glued to our email all day long. And I found some great ways that work for me. I get to inbox 0 every single day, and I want that for you too. Okay, so here is my first tip. I want you to choose email appointments. So treat answering emails as if it were just like any other appointment in your calendar, any other meeting. So when you need to schedule a meeting, you put it in your calendar, you block off the time, and you make an appointment for that meeting. So make an appointment for your emails. Choose maybe a 15 to 30 minute block of time in the morning, and then a 15 or 30 minute block of time in the afternoon to answer your emails. This works really great if you have your own business or even if you work for another company, because you've got work to do. You've got to be moving along on your projects every day. The worst thing you could do is just have your email open all day long. And worse yet, if you have that little bing, bing every time an email comes in. So instead, choose your email appointments and block it off and give it your undivided attention for that 15 to 30 minute block of time. So 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Unfortunately, the woman who had wrote in for Startup in 60 was already doing that. She already had her email appointments. I mean, that's really where you should start. But since she already had that and she was still spending way too much time on emails, we moved on to my next tip. So I want you to create a frequently asked questions page. So if you're getting a lot of the same questions over and over and over again, it's probably because your followers or your clients can't find those answers anywhere on your website. Instead, create a frequently asked questions page where you just go down all of those common questions that you get over and over and over again. Whatever it might be for whatever type of business that you have. Like, oh, what kind of camera do you use to take your Etsy pictures? List it out right there. Or did you go to school for your education? Yes, right there. Like, put that in there. Or what's your best tip for to-do lists or whatever? Put that there. Can you recommend 3 books that I should read? Put them there. Anything like that, put it on your frequently asked questions page. Then link to your frequently asked questions page wherever you provide your contact information on your website. So if you have a contact page, put it there. Please check my frequently asked questions page first before emailing me. Or if you have a contact form somewhere on your website, put it there right at the top. Please check my frequently asked questions page before you email me. Yeah, so anywhere where your contact information is, put a link to your frequently asked questions page. You might even put a link to your FAQ page in your navigation bar right at the top of your website. Make it easy for them to find the answers to their common questions, because I think most people would rather just find the answer right there on your website than have to track you down, send you an email, wait for you to respond. It's a waste of both of your time. So that's my second tip, is to create a frequently asked questions page. My third tip, if you are still getting way too many of the same emails and people asking the same thing, create templates. So create a template of the email that you would normally send. Like if somebody is always asking you, well, how do I do this thing? Write out, like in a Word document, like how you would answer that question. Save it as a template. And then whenever you get that same question over and over again, just copy and paste that same answer. I know some of you might not want to make templates because you think, oh, I love my clients, I love my readers, they took the time to respond, I should make a carefully thought out response right on the spot for each of them. You don't have time to do that. And if you do take the time to do that, your readers are going to be waiting longer for your response. So it's no good. Just create a template. You can put something like original at the top or at the very bottom, but just copy and paste the same answer over and over and over again. Saves you time. They get their question answered faster. And if you notice you start having to make lots and lots of templates, put those templates or put those answers on your frequently asked questions page. One template you might want to create is a really short answer, like just briefly answering whatever it is that they are asking, like, oh, I recommend such and such book for that problem. You can find more information on my frequently asked questions page, and then link them back to your frequently asked questions page. One thing that this does is if they have one question and they know they can get a response from you, they might have more questions. So anytime you can redirect them back to the frequently asked questions page, it just helps out both of you. Okay, so that's my third tip. My final tip for answering your emails efficiently is to remember why they're contacting you. They're contacting you because you're an expert in your field, because you have answers to their problems. You can help them solve their situations. So you have to treat yourself like the business that you are. So if you own your own business, you can't have people emailing you all the time to pick your brain. Oh, let me just ask you about that, or let me just ask you about that. Can you just tell me one thing about that? You'll be spending your entire day just answering those little pick your brain type questions. Instead, own your worth. Say, I'm a business and I'm going to be the leader of my business. And if that's the case, I want you to always have a call to action in your emails. So I get a lot of emails from people wanting to pick my brain, or they're like, I like what you did with your business. Can you tell me how you did this? Or I want to be more efficient with my time. Can you give me an example of a time log that I should use, or whatever? They're always emailing me about productivity type things like that. So I give them my short little template answer, like, oh, here's how you can do with that. Just a sentence or two. I just copy and paste it. And then whatever it is they're asking for, I think, do I have the next step for them? Do I have the next level of my sales funnel? If you watched my Design Your Sales Funnel training from last week, you know all about this. Never leave them hanging. You should always lead them to the next step. So if someone's asking me for business advice, I always lead them to the next step. And in my sales funnel, that's for them to join Startup in 60, because it's a 9-week group program that goes into all of the ins and outs of starting your own business. It answers all of those frequently asked questions that I get asked over and over again. And I just don't have the time to answer all of those little emails when they can get them all answered in more depth in Startup in 60. So I might say something like, oh, I really recommend WordPress, and here's a link to WordPress where you can learn more. But if you really want to take your business to the next level and really jazz up your website, I suggest trying my Startup in 60 program. And then I leave a link to the sales page so they can read all about Startup in 60 and then join and actually get better answers than what I could just rattle off in an email. So those are my 4 tips to help you answer your emails efficiently. Let's go over them one more time. Number one, choose your email appointments. So choose a 15 to 30 minute time in the morning and a 15 to 30 minute time in the evening to go through your email, and treat them like you would any other important meeting and block them off in your calendar. So make your email appointments. Number two, create your frequently asked questions page and always direct people back to your frequently asked questions page. Put your FAQ link anywhere that you provide contact information. Your email, your contact me page, your about page, if you have any kind of form that they can fill out, link to your frequently asked questions page. Number three, create email templates for anything that you answer over and over and over again. Then you can just copy and paste your answers, quick for you, and they get a quick answer back. And then number four, always have a call to action. So be the leader of your business. If they're asking you something, but you have another step in your sales funnel, another product or service that could really answer their question better than you can in an email, always direct them to that. What do you want them to do next? Where can they get more help for whatever it is they're asking about? That's a great way for you to be of service to your clients and to be a leader. So that's my answer to how to answer your emails more efficiently. Like I mentioned, this question came from a participant in Startup in 60. We are in a live session right now, and we're only, we just finished up week one. We just started week two today. It's a 9-week program. So if this is calling to you, if you would like to take your business to the next level, if you would like to move forward on your business tasks while avoiding that dreaded burnout, please join Startup in 60. You can catch up. We're only a week into it. And you're going to get weekly calls with me. You're going to get weekly prompts with all of your homework, weekly inspiration in our brand new Startup in 60 Facebook group. It's really a wonderful program. So I will leave the link to that somewhere in the description for this video so you can learn more about answering your emails and being a leader in your business. So join Startup in 60. You can find that at sagegrayson.com/startupin60. All right, I hope you will implement these steps today and stop wasting so much time on your email. All right, I'll talk to you soon.